How about another sport people consider fake, and I've really gotten a bigger appreciation for than these Olympics? Table tennis. Did you see any of this today?
I did. I had table tennis on my list.
Yeah.
I'll let you go ahead. I actually had it on my list of things that I wish we had talked about yesterday.
Okay.
But I also caught a little bit today. So why don't you? Yeah, you go for it.
So I think I know what you're alluding to, but we'll get to that. I wanted to first shout out the 17-year-old Felix Lebrun of France. So he's the number 3 player in this tournament. He's number 5 in the world, but because you're only allowed 2 per country, and anyway, China's got more people in the top 5, yada yada. He's number 3 in the tournament. So he beat Yunju Lin of Chinese Taipei to advance to the semifinals. He's now guaranteed to play for a medal. Again, he's only 17. He comes from this table tennis family where his brother Alexei was also in this tournament. He lost in the round of 16. Their father was a highly ranked player, and they have an uncle who represented France at 3 Olympics. So just kind of French table tennis family. France has only won 2 medals in table tennis, a silver and a bronze, never gold. So Lebrun could be the one to, he has a really good chance of at least getting that 3rd medal for France in this sport, and if not, maybe the first gold. So really good to see that. I think what you were going to mention is what happened to the number 1 seed in the men's tournament.
Well, hang on. I want to say more about Lebrun, though, while we're on it, because I had him on the list, too.
Okay.
This guy's awesome. I mean, yeah, you mentioned he's only 17, and we talked at length in the preview about China's dominance in this sport and just how they've racked up and owned the medals, and so you don't expect to see a 17-year-old from France playing this well.
Yeah.
But he's also... So the Wall Street Journal had an article about him, whether it was today or the day before, that called him the LeBron of table tennis, which is an easy comparison to make when his name is spelled Lebrun, but still probably apt. And the other thing that I like is he has it's called the penhold grip, where it's where you basically hold the handle of the paddle like a pen. And so this is a grip that used to be very popular, but has fallen out of favor because it's tough to do a backhand. This is, I did some quick research today. I don't want people to think I had my knowledge of table tennis grips just ready from 4 years ago. But yeah, it's fun that it's like a throwback style, that he's playing this style that's just different from most other people, maybe everybody in the tournament, and is no longer favored by the top players, but he's just killing it with it. He's just it's very cool that there's this 17-year-old French dude playing a different style, holding the paddle differently, who's just running through the bracket. But no, what I was going to say was just that there are 2 Americans who did really well. And this is not a sport that Team USA has done very well. And I don't know if they have any medals at all. But Kanak Jia and Lily Zhang, both of them got to the round of 16, which is a good showing and a really good Olympics for Team USA and a lot that they can build on. There was a fun story going around about, I think it was Lily Zhang, who sort of befriended Anthony Edwards and Steph Curry during the, I think it was on the boats during the opening ceremony. It was on the boat, yeah. And Anthony Edwards, who we've talked about being a little braggadocious in a good way, very confident in himself. He said, of course, he would take a point off of her. And she said, no, absolutely, you would not. I would blank you easily every game. So I am excited to see if that match actually happens. Anthony Edwards was there rooting her on in person. I always love seeing the athletes going to see other sports and sitting in the front row and getting into it. So I just, while they got eliminated, I didn't want the moment to pass without us at least acknowledging that the U.S. had a good Olympics in table tennis. Everyone focuses a lot on the medal events and who wins medals and which sports you take medals in, but cool to see some success and hope they can build on that.
Yeah, good shout out there. I think we gotta go back to yesterday though, because of what happened in the men's tournament. So we talked about China's dominance. So LeBron will face number 2 seed Fan Zhengdan of China tomorrow in the semis. In the other, so he's the number 2 seed. LeBron's number 3. The number 4 seed is still alive. The number 1 seed not alive. That's Wang Chuqin of China. He lost in the round of 32 to Sweden's Truls Morgard. So what happened to Chuqin is part of a really big controversy. So he won the mixed doubles event over the weekend. On Tuesday. He won mixed doubles with his partner. I don't know the partner's name, but he won the mixed doubles. And then during the celebration, a photographer comes out toward the table to get a photo of them celebrating, and the photographer steps on Chuqin's paddle. his like, the paddle that he was going to use throughout this entire Olympics, he's got to go to a backup paddle. And he's like distraught over this. He's like, that's my paddle. Like, that's the one that like I was counting on. I'm the number one player in the world. I was counting on that to lead me to a gold medal. And he had to be like consoled by his coach. And he eventually did say like, I understand like accidents happen, but yeah, then he went out and he lost this match. He's refused to say it was because of the paddle. He just said, no, I didn't play well enough. But honestly, you got to think, like, given how, like, not even just like the effect that the paddle has, but like just his mental state, having lost this key piece of equipment, was his mind elsewhere. So that led to a big upset. And now you have to think maybe even opens the door for Lebrun to have even a better chance at winning the gold medal.
Yeah, you got to feel awful for the photographer who, I mean, that's got to be like your worst nightmare to affect what's happening on the field in a negative way. It's tough. I mean, there's a part of me that wants to say like, how different are the paddles? Like, you're the number one player in the world. You should be able to win, with a broken paddle in your friend's basement. But also, I mean, we've seen so much about how important all this equipment is, so highly technical and calibrated, and so many athletes are superstitious where they want to, wear the same clothing or play with the same whatever it is in their sport. And so you have to feel for the guy to get all the way to the Olympics. And then if that's whether it's your favorite because you like the way it feels or it's your lucky paddle, whatever it is, right. I do feel for him. Tough situation. Tough one all around. Jeez.
I can't imagine how the paddle has got to be like, it's got to be identical to other ones, right? Like, in terms of like specifications, like
you've got to think,
does it come out of the box different, or I don't know, does he like shave it down? I'm not sure.
You got to think that they should all have a backup paddle. I mean, like a baseball player breaks a bat, they have a bat at the ready, and right. You think field hockey sticks and some of these other pieces of equipment, you've got to think they all have backups. But I don't know. Maybe it was a good luck paddle. That's what I'm saying. It might not have been just the weight in the feel and the tape.
Right.